Okay. Hey everyone, this is Peter Hall.
My name is Josh Hall.
And we're the Media Maniacs because we'll review anything under the sun. Today we're going to be talking about Zombieland 2 Double Tap, and it was fucking hysterical. Me and Josh went to see it yesterday. Basically, the gist of the movie is it's like several years after the events of the first one. The main focus on the movie is about how Little Rock, like the youngest member of the group, is growing up and how she wants to, experience life like a normal teenage girl. She wants to have a boyfriend. She's just tired of living life the way that they've been living it. So they go to the White House. It shows them goofing around. Tallahassee has kind of turned into this kind of dorky goofball, whereas he was kind of a goofball in like the first movie, but in this movie he's really become a dorky goofball. Like, he dresses up as Santa Claus and hands out Christmas presents, and it's not even Christmas. Like, he even uses pieces of William Howard Taft's portrait as wrapping paper.
Makes a Santa beard out of cotton balls.
Yeah, he wears like red silk pajamas and like makes a Santa Claus beard out of cotton balls and gives like this really fancy, intricately decorated gun to Little Rock as a gift, and she gets all mad and storms off, and he doesn't understand what's going on. But yeah, she literally says that she wants like a boyfriend. I forget exactly what she says, but like, she wants a boyfriend. She wants, I forgot exactly what she wants, but like, she mentions three things, and family is like one of them, and he says, well, you already have us as a family. 1 out of 3 ain't bad.
Anyway, I like when she storms off, and Wichita says that she ran off with a guy named Berkeley. And
oh yeah. Anyway,
and Tallahassee's like, wait a minute, his name is Berkeley, and then he starts swearing.
Fucking Lee.
And then she said, he's a hippie too.
He's a pacifist.
Yeah, he's a pacifist.
Yeah. That scene where he just flips out was hysterical. Anyway, parts of it were kind of dumb, like, Wichita and Little Rock end up bailing on the group again, like they did like a couple of times in the first movie. Like, after a couple years of domestic bliss, Columbus and Wichita are having, I guess, domestic problems, and Columbus is like blissfully unaware of it, but Wichita is like, I guess, getting anxious, and so she just decides to run off, and Columbus is moping about for like over a month, and so Tallahassee says, I'm gonna give you one more day to mope, and then you're gonna get the fuck over it. Get the fuck over it. Yeah, and then like they run into this like they run into this like Beverly Hills type girl. She does like the Valley Girl, like she has like the Valley Girl dialect down, and she dresses all in pink, has like blonde hair. She looks like a Barbie doll, and so she's been living inside a like a mega refrigerator or freezer, whatever, in this mall since like the zombie apocalypse, and so like she decides to go with them. Tallahassee's not happy about it, but because Columbus is still still moping about Wichita running off, he's happy to have another girl along. So anyway, because she hasn't seen another human being in so long, she wants to have sex with Columbus like right away. And for some reason, he initially refuses because he feels guilty about cheating on Wichita. But she's like, we're either doing this now or I'm gonna do the old guy. And so he finally gives in and they have sex. And then like somehow they run back into Wichita. She comes back to get like weapons and stuff, and
that whole scene was bullshit. I mean, she runs off so she can't be mad at Columbus for like rebounding.
Yeah. Yeah, that scene was bullshit. The relationship drama was kind of stupid, but thankfully there wasn't too much of it. I mean,
let's talk about the zombie evolution.
Oh yeah, they go into like different classifications of zombies. There's
Homer, named after Homer Simpson, are the dumb zombies.
Yeah.
They don't even like pay attention to like food sources. They're so stupid.
Yeah, there's like one scene where like this fat ass zombie is chasing this like demure and petite Asian woman, and then like he gets distracted by a statue and tries to eat a statue, and so because it's like snowing and the weather's freezing, like he gets his tongue frozen to the statue and tries pulling it off, and he pulls his tongue out, and then she chops his head off with like a sword. So yeah,
there's the Homer zombie named after Homer Simpson, the Hawking zombie named after Stephen Hawking, and there was this one scene in the beginning of the movie where like a scientist ran into like a biometric security zone, and like the zombie that was chasing him killed another guy.
The guy was already dead. She just bit out his eye.
Yeah, somehow this zombie figured out how to like bite out someone's eye without damaging it, and then hold it up to a biometric scanner, yeah, and then he ate the guy. And then you got ninjas, which don't make any snarling sounds or grunts, and they're completely silent. And there was this one hippie guy who got tackled by a ninja, and this zombie was really moving like a ninja too.
Yeah. And then there's like the T-800s or whatever they call them, T-800s, because for some reason they're like really almost impossible to kill. Like no matter how many times you shoot them, like unless you blow off body parts or something, they just get back up. So like the scene where Tallahassee was...
that was funny. The zombie dodged like 4 of his bullets, like... Tallahassee finally shoots him, and he's like, try and dodge me.
Yeah, and then the zombie starts writhing on the ground, and they're like, Tallahassee, and the zombie gets back up, and Tallahassee's like, what in the actual... Yeah, so yeah, that scene was funny. There was like once they were being mobbed by a whole bunch of these zombies, so like they're staking out on this RV, and so like they're on this RV. Columbus is on top spotting the zombies. And so, like, there's this one scene where he calls out a zombie, but then he's like, no, wait, it's just a Homer, don't waste a bullet. And you see the zombie, like, running after a butterfly like a little kid or something, like, chasing a butterfly. He's like, don't waste a bullet, it's just a Homer. Just a Homer.
My favorite part was where they come across Luke Wilson, who's tragically now passed, playing the part of a guy named Albuquerque. And who was the other guy?
I don't know. Yeah, there was like one part where like Tallahassee, Columbus, and Wichita meet like almost doubles of themselves. Well, Wichita, they don't meet like a double of Wichita, but they meet doubles of like...
Well, Rosario Dawson was Wichita's double.
Really?
Yes, Nevada. Nevada was Wichita's double.
I suppose. Anyway, they meet like doubles of Tallahassee and Columbus, and so like Columbus and his double get along. They compare notes and stuff.
Well, they kind of have a rivalry. It's not as like aggressive as Tallahassee's and Albuquerque's.
Yeah, that was funny.
Columbus and the other guy, their rivalry is who has the more rules.
Yeah, they're just comparing the rules. But anyway, like,
I don't like you.
Yeah.
And then they start talking about who has the right to the driveway.
I don't think they're talking about the driveway. Yeah, they're not. Yeah, there was like a sexual innuendo in there. Anyway, Columbus and Tallahassee's doubles take out like a bunch of zombies, but come to find out,
Tallahassee's double runs over his car and crushes it with his monster truck.
Yeah, come to find out they've been bitten and infected. So like, there's this whole scene where like,
it's amazing
their doubles.
That Tallahassee and Columbus weren't turned into zombies.
Yeah, there's this whole scene where like Tallahassee and Columbus's doubles are chasing everybody around, and it takes them like 5 minutes to kill him. Ugh.
Seems like 10.
Oh, I don't know. I think it was about 5. Yeah, so anyway, Little Rock and her beatnik hippie boyfriend go to this hippie
place called Babylon where they actually melt down the guns.
Yeah, they go to this hippie commune, which, you know, it's fortified, but they don't believe in weapons at all. So everybody who comes in has to like hand over their weapons and they get melted down. So that's pretty stupid at the end. Like, surprisingly, nobody dies at the end.
It's so stupid that even the Valley Girl, Madison.
Oh yeah, there's this one
idiot. She's like.
There's this one scene where like.
It's so stupid that like when she finds out that they don't have any weapons because they burned down, they melted down all the guns. She's like, "What the fuck?" And she says it right along with Wichita and Tallahassee, like when they're being stormed by zombies.
Oh, we forgot about the part where like Madison starts like everyone like she starts puking and stuff like that, so everybody thinks that she's infected, and so like Columbus has the dirty job of like you know, putting her down, and so like you think that he shoots her, come to find out like probably like what, a half hour later.
Maybe.
Yeah, like maybe 45 minutes later, she's not actually dead. She just had a severe allergic reaction to nuts and trail mix, and Columbus couldn't find it in himself to like shoot her, so he shot above her head, and somehow she survived. But they don't like go into that. They don't explain how that happened. But she was driving around.
She should have suffocated.
Yeah. Anyway, she was driving. After that, she was driving around in like a ice cream clown truck. And then, like, when
For some reason, I thought a zombie was behind the wheel. I don't know why.
Anyway, like, when they find out that she's still alive, Thomas is like, how the fuck is she still alive? Yeah. But, like, at the end, like, they're being swarmed by a whole bunch of zombies, and there's almost no way that they can defend themselves because all the guns are gone. So, Tallahassee comes up with this idea to just, like...
stampede them. That's what you call it. You stampede them. You lead them off a cliff.
Yeah, well, he comes up with this idea to, like, create a moat of gasoline or like...
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, they create a moat of, like, gasoline or some kind of fuel and set it on fire, and then they blow up the barrels, and they think that they killed all the zombies, so Tallahassee's like, alright, let's go pick off the stragglers, and then you see, like, a whole other swarm of zombies running through the blaze, and so, like...
So then Tallahassee's girlfriend mows over them with, like...
Oh, yeah.
Albuquerque's...
Yeah,
truck.
Tallahassee's double was driving around in this huge fucking ass monster truck called the Big Fat Death. And so, like, there's this scene where, like, they're just, like, mowing down and squashing all these zombies with the monster truck.
But it's still not enough.
Yeah, and then, like, the car rolls over, and so Tallahassee's like, so Columbus is like, I told you cars like this are a major rollover hazard. So, like,
Tallahassee comes up with the idea to stampede the zombies.
Yeah, like, they have everyone, like, form a barrier on each side, and people are holding up like a fence or whatever, like pieces of like metal shielding or whatever, and they're herding the zombies into the middle, and then just like causing the zombies to like run off the top of the building of the Babylon commune. That scene was pretty cool. Like Tallahassee.
I liked when Madison...
Tallahassee is, like, swinging, like, off the end of this crane hook, and there's, like, this tense moment where, like, a zombie cop handcuffed to a zombie prisoner, like, try to jump on him, and so, like, they're hanging off of his foot because they're caught on his handcuffs. Yeah, they were handcuffed to each other.
Huh.
And so, like, there's this tense moment where they're hanging off of him, trying to bite him and stuff like that.
I like when
Little Rock shoots them and they fall off. But
I liked when Little Rock and Berkeley and Madison were like throwing like sinks and washer machines and stuff like that into the zombies.
That part was cool.
While Nevada and Tallahassee were just
so anyway,
mowing them down with the big
they have to
death.
rescue Tallahassee before he like lets go of the crane hook and falls to his death. And then like at the very end, you have like this surprise or like this big fat zombie just like comes walking through, and he just like walks straight off the building, and Tallahassee's like, that's definitely a Homer. Yeah. And then they have this scene where like
They have another surprise cameo by Bill Murray.
yeah, they have this scene at the end where like Columbus goes back to
Day zero.
day zero of the zombie apocalypse, and it's like at a press junket for like Garfield 3 movie, and Bill Murray is doing an interview about it, and so like they asked him.
They took a major dump on Garfield and then pissed on it.
They have this like he's asked the question like why he did the Garfield movies, like, can we keep this between us? Drugs cost money. And so like
drugs cost a lot of money.
Yeah, you see like all these people just like start puking and spewing and.
Well, the first one to do it is Al Roker, who works for CNN.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, you have all these people like just start going crazy and turn into zombies, and you got like, and then like they show Bill Murray just like
kicking ass,
calmly kicking ass, like he's barely reacting to it at all.
And he's quoting lines from like Ghostbuster and he's quoting lines from like Ghostbusters, like, when there's something strange in the neighborhood, who are you gonna call? And then I think he says Zombie Busters.
Yeah.
And then he says, I hate Mondays.
Yeah. Anyway,
one of the stupidest parts is where this girl got eaten by a zombie because she had to stop in the middle of the apocalypse to like gush over Bill Murray, and then she got tackled by a zombie and had her throat ripped out.
No, she asked him for help. She wasn't gushing over him.
No, she was like, I'm a big fan.
Whatever, we'll have to see it again. Anyway, so that was Zombieland 2. Highly recommend you watch it. Talk to you later, YouTubers.